When you first walk into a room, what do you usually notice? The layout? The design? When you walk into a room, you usually don't think,
who designed this? How does this design reflect their personality and character?
Normally you just think,
wow, I really like that look. That picture really brightens up this room.
it's the style and design of the room that people notice, not the purpose behind the style and design. Merriam-Webster's online dictionary defines style as
a distinctive quality, form, or type of something.
and defines design as
To plan and make something for a specific use or purpose.
The place I'm going to focus on is one of the lounges in my residence hall. I live in the Fairhaven complex where the buildings are divided into stacks and each stack has a lounge for students to use. The lounge I'm going to examine is the Stack 7 lounge. This lounge is fairly small and awkward, but extremely well used. The main question I'm asking today is, to what extent do visitors to the lounge affect the style and design of the lounge? And in turn, how does this style reflect the characters and personalities of the visitors? I will be interviewing a few of my friends who I know frequently visit the lounge, but before I do that, I just want to put out a general question. Think about the way your room looks. Why does it look like that? What was the purpose of putting pictures of your family on your wall? Was it because you're a very family-oriented person? If you think about it, your room really reflects yourself and who you are. For me, my room is fairly organized, but also a little bit messy. As a person, I am somewhat organized, but also a little bit of a scatterbrain. According to Sam Gosling, professor of psychology at the University of Texas, your home distills a very long history of behaviors and choices. He explains 3 broad ways in which we express ourselves in our spaces. Number 1 is identity claims, which are designed to reflect our attitudes, goals, values, roles, and priorities, like placing your favorite books out front for everyone who enters your room to see. Number 2 is choosing our thoughts and feelings, like placing a picture of your grandmother on the wall, so when you're missing her, you can look on the wall and see her smiling down at you. And number 3 is traces of behavior, like the way you organize your books or the way you threw all of your jackets in a pile by your bed. Now this doesn't just apply to bedrooms, it applies to any area that you frequent, like for my friends, the Stack 7 lounge. The first person I'll be talking to about the lounge is my friend Christina. Hey Christina,
Hey,
what do you mainly do in the lounge?
I lounge around in the lounge. Yeah.
Alright, how do you feel about the layout and arrangement of the lounge?
I feel like it's awesome because I came up with it. We have this sofa, it's like a sofa bed where I maneuvered all the couches to create one big couch, and it's like a community couch, and it's awesome because I'm just full of awesome ideas, I'm gonna float my boat a little bit right there, but yes, it's pretty great.
Alright, and with the whiteboards, do you usually draw on the whiteboards?
I do dabble in artistic drawings on the whiteboard.
Oh, wanna explain more?
Well, sometimes I get inspired by ideas because I'm such a creative person, and so when I get these ideas like a sunshine, or I guess it would be a sun, I just have to draw a sun on the whiteboard, and so I do that a lot. Sometimes I write poems, not really, but I wish maybe I should start doing poems.
You should start. And I noticed that you kind of go with the theme of the current holiday of the month.
Yeah.
Any reason behind that?
It's mostly a reminder to that the holiday's coming up. Right now it's the Valentine's Day whiteboard, and so we draw lots of hearts and love, spreading the love. And then the next one, I think it's St. Patrick's Day. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna do lots of St. Patty's,
Some clovers.
Yeah,
lots of gold.
gotta bring forth the Irish.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Alright, well, any other thoughts or feelings about the design and style of the lounge?
We should have a bigger lounge. Personally, we need to knock down Tyler's wall. But, what can we do? So,
Alright,
we got gypped. End of story.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.
Now I will be talking to my other friend Luke. Thanks for being here, Luke. Now when you go to the lounge, how many people would you say are there on average?
Well, that kind of depends on who is in the lounge. You know, it can vary from just a couple of people studying to if there's like a board game or another event going on in the room, I mean, you can have 20 people. And it kind of varies from anywhere in between.
How would you say that the people who visit the lounge a lot affect the style and design of the lounge? Because it seems like every time I walk into the lounge, something is always different. Whether it's a new doodle on the whiteboards or the couches are in a new position.
Well, you know, that kind of also depends on, you know, who's in the lounge or what's going on in the lounge. I mean, like I said, you have your study people, you know, everyone's kind of in their own separate corner, you know, it's kind of quiet, nothing's really going on. But then, you know, if you have like a sports game going on, you know, a football game or something, people are on the couches, you know, the couches are positioned to the TV and people get loud, you know, cheering for their team. And then, you know, if there's a game night going on, you know, like a board game or something like that, the couches are kind of faced all toward each other with like a table in the middle or something, and everyone's kind of interactive with each other.
And if you could change one thing about the lounge to make it feel more personal, what would it be?
I think maybe people having, you know, more of their own personal things in there with like whether it's, you know, any drawings or something they've made, or, you know, like putting a bowl of candy out, or you know, like a doll in the corner or something like that, you know, just stuff to make it so has a personal feeling to it.
All right, well, thank you. Now, I really wanted to see how many people who hang out in the lounge a lot actually liked the furniture and overall style of the lounge. So I went to the lounge and asked around. Here are a few of the responses.
So the furniture could definitely use some updating. It's pretty old, but it's manageable and it's usable, and we make it the best of what we have.
I really like the lounge because I feel like it's a good place to meet people and get to know the people that live in the same stack as you.
I would like to see a little bit of decoration because it's a little plain right now.
I really don't like the carpet because it looks like someone took a bunch of Bill Cosby sweaters, threw up all over them, and then sewed them together to make this carpet.
If I could change one thing about the lounge, I would add more decorations.
I surveyed 8 people, asking them if they liked or disliked the current look of the lounge. 5 of them said that they liked it, and 3 said that they did not. I found out that most people like the overall look of the lounge, which honestly was a bit surprising since it looks like it hasn't been updated since the 70s. But the responses that I got from the people who said that they liked it were more about how they've made it their own space, they've personalized it, than what the couches look like or what color the walls are. Which I really think answers my question, that visitors do affect the style and design of the lounge. Thank you for listening.